What is going on, college basketball fans? We are live here again, ready to watch Iowa versus Purdue. It's kind of a mid-slate today, but you guys wanted to see another stream today, and I'm going to watch college basketball no matter what, whether the slate's good, bad, whether we're watching Chattanooga versus Siena. I'm going to watch it, so I don't mind. Come in here on stream. We got a special guest today. My girlfriend Michaela is here to watch the game with us and give you her deep analysis of the game.
Yes.
She actually does watch college basketball, so she knows what she's talking about. So the game should be getting started here in a minute. How you guys doing there in the chat here today? I'm going to go ahead and tweet out the stream so everybody knows we're live from Twitter. How you guys like that thumbnail picture today? That's the mean mug. Yeah, Iowa versus Purdue, probably the best game on today. Maybe Gonzaga versus San Francisco might be a little bit closer, but we'll see. Purdue, they have lost at home once this year to Rutgers, so I don't think it's completely impossible for Iowa to get a win today. They do have a star player in Chris Murray. Keegan Murray's brother from last year, and Keegan Murray was better, but Chris Murray's still good. We'll see if they can pull off the upset. What's up, basketball football guy? How you doing today? We got 5 viewers in here already. How you all doing? Ready to chill and watch some games and talk some basketball. Where is the game? ESPN2 always crazy. Super hard to find for some reason. Yo, what's up, Brady? There it is. All right, game should be tipped off or about to tip off. Who you guys think's winning today? I mean, Purdue is the obvious choice. Anyone going with the upset today with Iowa?
I want the upset.
I want the upset. Do you think they can do it?
If I were betting, I think I'd go Purdue, but I want the upset.
Yeah. I wonder what the line is, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Look at it.
Yo, what's up, Joe? What's up, QT? You got Iowa. That's what's up, man. I'm going to see what the betting line is. I'm going to let you know what I would take for this one. Marshall's playing right now. They're playing Coastal Carolina. Hopefully that should be an easy win for them. But Marshall always seems to lose to, someone not so great every once in a while. So you never really know with them. The betting lines are looking like Purdue favored by 7.5 points. Purdue favored by 7.5, and it just tipped off. Iowa at 15-8. They are well in the tournament right now, and right off the bat, they get a turnover, and Chris Murray lays it in early, getting hot. So, hey, I don't know, guys. I might like that Iowa plus 7.5. I think that they can keep it within 8. I think so. Yo, what's up, Cooper? Yeah, this is my girlfriend, Michaela, guys. She's here chilling, watching some basketball with us. And she actually does watch basketball. Like, she goes to all...
I played in high school.
Yeah, she played high school basketball. She goes to all the Mountaineer games with me. Yeah, she's been making her bracket on the channel, like, the past 2 years. So, she likes watching college basketball with me. Yo, what's up, Cheesecake? Can you not? I don't think we're gonna have anyone join the show today. What's up, Taylor? What's up, Mini X? You guys got Purdue in this one. You say go Hoosiers. Hopefully Purdue can take their 3rd loss. Always them Hoosier fans cheering for Purdue's downfall. Always. You said you can get Iowa for +8 instead of 7.5, so that's even better. Yo, what's up, Jason? Jason, take that negativity and get somewhere else with that, okay? Get out of here. I'm ready to see Zach Edey work. I don't think anyone on Iowa can guard Zach Edey. I mean, he looks like he's about a foot taller than them all.
I was going to say he's too big.
He looks like he's about a foot taller than them. I really like Purdue's gold jerseys. They're pretty clean, honestly. The Iowa black jerseys aren't bad either. I really like the color the coordination of this game. Most of them are from the ESPN app. ESPN Plus, a lot of college basketball games. You know, sometimes there'll be games on Fox. Most of the Fox games are usually Big East, but and CBS has some. But most of the games like Big 10, Big 12, SEC, if you have ESPN Plus, like you'll get pretty much every game, like including mid-majors. Like I could watch Marshall, Coastal Carolina right now with ESPN Plus. That's the best way if you're looking to watch a lot of college basketball is to get ESPN Plus. Not the best streaming service, I will say, but it does get the job done. That's for sure. Braden Smith hitting the three here early on. Here's a question for you guys. Who is the better freshman guard this year? Purdue's Braden Smith or Indiana's Jalen Hood-Schifino? Who's better? Rivals, both really good freshman guards. I'd say they're, on the same wavelength. They're around the same level. Let me know who you guys think is better. I'd probably say Jalen Hood-Schifino, but let me know. I probably got some Purdue fans in here. Said Braden Smith. ESPN Plus broadcast every mid-major game. Yeah. ESPN Plus. Got it, man. You said Hood-Schifino? Yeah, see, it's pretty split. I think that's a pretty good question, man. Purdue's already up to a 7-2 lead. And Zach Edey really hasn't done any damage yet. And Purdue's still, kicking butt. And here's Braden Smith. Back-to-back threes for the freshman. Woo! Yeah, Braden Smith's nice, man. Iowa trying to answer, but stays Iowa ball as it goes out of bounds. Out of bounds. Guys, that Jason account, I promise you, it's literally a bot account. Someone in my stream makes a bunch of these accounts and comes on here and hates on different accounts. I promise you, they do this all the time. It's no one real. They make a bunch of different accounts. It's one person. I don't know who, but I know someone is in the chat with a bunch of accounts in here doing that. So, can you hand me my water? Thank you, ma'am. Here's Ethan Morton. Purdue fans hate him. I don't know why. Probably because he just hit nothing but backboard on that three. Iowa within 6. 6 point, being down 6 right now in Mackey Arena is not where you want to be to start the game. But here's Chris Murray. Missed the jump shot. Mackey Arena, one of the best environments in college basketball. I know it's loud there tonight. Here's a nice tip out by Edey. Braden Smith's the hot hand. See if he can keep it going. Ooh, nice kick out. Fletcher Lawyer, money. Another freshman guard. Purdue's point guard and shooting guard starters are both freshmen. And it's really impressive. It's the one thing that scares me about them going far in March. Usually you want to have some guards with some experience. But they play through Zach Edey, and it works out for him. Here's Caleb first and one, left-handed. And this one might turn to a blowout, guys. We might have to switch it up and watch some Marshall hoops or something. We might have to switch it up. Pathetic that they do that. Yeah, it is pathetic that they do that. But someone has the time out there to be doing that. And that's what they like to do with their time, I guess. So, do you think Tennessee hit their peak already and are falling off? I think Tennessee, I've been saying it all year. I don't trust Tennessee ever. They always choke in the March Madness tournament. So I always say that Tennessee, they're frauds. They're always frauds. They might win the SEC tournament, but I think they won the SEC tournament last year. But they never get it done in March. They never get it done. So I don't. If they haven't hit their peak, they might. After these couple losses here, they might turn back up a little bit and play good throughout the SEC tourney. But by the time we get to March Madness, I think they're going to fall off. Again, I don't see them getting anywhere past the Sweet 16. Yeah, they're too inconsistent. I don't think Tennessee's that good, honestly. Kentucky got blown out by Arkansas. Yeah, I mean, Kentucky was playing pretty good. I mean, that was a big game for both schools because Arkansas and Kentucky were kind of getting close to the bubble there. And the winner of that game, was going to benefit greatly as far as their seeding. All right, Cooper, I'll see you later, man. Yeah, what other games are on right now, guys? Because if Purdue starts blowing them out, we'll have to switch it up. Marshall's up 16-3 right now over Coastal. I thought it would be an easy game for them, but you never know. But we'll see what other games are on. Maybe we can switch it up if Purdue's just going to be blowing them out. They're already up 15-4. Not even 6 minutes in. And Zach Edey, I don't even think has a point yet. So, yet to even get him involved. And they're winning by 11, which is insane. Yeah, I mean, there's not really any other good games on at 7. The next good game is at 8, and it's FAU versus UAB, which would be a really good game. Yeah, St. Mary's and Loyola Marymount and Gonzaga San Francisco are both at 9. We're probably only going to be streaming on here till 9. So I'm trying to find some 7 o'clock games. FAU UAB is good at 8. We might watch the first half of that one if this one gets out of hand at halftime. So that's probably what we'll plan to do. If this one's out of hand at halftime, we'll watch UAB and FAU for a little bit. Seth Greenberg on the call. These freshman guards are hot tonight. Big Ten basketball reeks. Yeah, I mean, other than Purdue, I mean, I think there are some pretty good teams in the Big Ten that I enjoy watching. I enjoy watching Penn State this year purely because of Jalen Pickett. Jalen Pickett's averaging 18, 8, and 8, which is crazy for college basketball to almost be averaging a triple-double. Like, insane. Oh my God! Look at that rebound. It's like Zach Edey's playing against it's like he's a high schooler playing against like fifth graders. Like he just palmed the rebound from the free throw on the offensive end and then just hook shotted it over him like he wasn't even there. That's insane, man. Just grabs rebounds over people. And he's the one who draws the foul. I mean, that is insane. That is insane. Do you guys hear the game? Is that loud in the mic or is it good? Let's see. Feed the post. There we go. He's way too little. Here's Gillis. Gets it. Reverse layup. Mason Gillis is nice. He's one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best 6-mans in the country. that comes off the bench. I really like Mason Gillis. There's a 3 by Iowa. Maybe they can get something going now.
Yeah.
You can't hear the game?
Get
All
some
right.
momentum.
I'm keeping it at a low volume so then it doesn't echo through the mic. Oh, yeah. They're doubling Zach Edey now. And that just caused... Oh, that's a good rotation there on the defense. Pick up the block. Maybe Iowa can start to get something going here and keep it close. He probably had that midi if he wanted to take it. He's going to post up on Zach Edey. Probably not the best look. Braden Smith, pull up 3. No good. It's a nice lob. Nice lob. Iowa cuts it to 10. Patrick McCaffrey, the coach's son at Iowa. Pat McCaffrey is Fran McCaffrey's son, right? Chat, or am I making that up? They had like 3 guys on him. What would you do if you had to guard Zach Edey?
Go sit on the bench.
Oh my gosh, here's a nice block. He blocks people who doesn't even have to jump. Mason Gillis. Guys, in your opinion, who's 6th man of the year in college basketball? Who's the 6th man of the year in college basketball? I know who our favorite 6th man is. Joe Toussaint.
Joe Croissant.
He's definitely up there as some of the best bench players.
He played great last night.
Yeah, I did. He closed out the game for us on back-to-back. Really smart defensive plays. Personally, you would body Zach Edey. Yeah, honestly, he's kind of a midget, you know.
Just shoot right over him.
Yeah. Oh, Fletcher Lawyer, NBA 3, way off. Honestly, the best 6 mans, I'd probably say Vanderplas at, what's his name? Ben Vanderplas at Virginia, I think is a really good one. Airball by Pat McCaffrey. Is that Pat McCaffrey? I don't know. I don't know, guys. This game might be, not the best one. It might not be the closest game. Bum, bum, ba, down. Boom, 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 boom. What we could do is we could look at some of these games Saturday and look at what's going to be, a good game. Some of the best games on Saturday. Bum, 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 bum. West Virginia travels to Texas on Saturday, looking to pick up another ranked win back-to-back. If they can pick up that win, I think they might be in the top 25. UConn at Creighton. I think that's game of the week this week. Both teams are starting to get hot at the right time. So that's going to be a really good game at Creighton in Omaha there. So that's going to be a really fun one. Duke at Virginia. That's going to be a good game. Baylor at TCU. TCU's the home team. That might make it a little bit close. But no Mike Miles for TCU. So I think Baylor should be able to handle that one. Also, we got really the slate's not looking all that great for Saturday as far as the top 25 matchups. But I'm sure there are some other really good games on Saturday as well. Penn State, Maryland's good. Rutgers versus Illinois is good. Clemson, North Carolina. Maybe North Carolina can get back on track. Yeah, there's some good games. Yo, what's up, Salty Wings? Sunday is Memphis versus Temple. That's a really good game. Memphis needs that one. What time am I streaming Saturday? I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a stream this Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to this Saturday. I might be busy, but we'll for sure be streaming again next Tuesday. Our Super Tuesday live streams we always do. You were at the Indiana Purdue game. That's awesome, man. I know that atmosphere was rocking. Assembly Hall is definitely a place that I want to go and watch a game at. Gave you chills. Yeah, there's every time I go to a Mountaineer game, I see somebody like in front of me or beside me, and they have like Apple Watch or something on, and it always says like high volume, like warning and stuff in there. It's crazy. It is crazy. Loudest game I've been to this year was the Auburn game. West Virginia Auburn was loud. Chuck was there. Charles Barkley was watching. It was pretty fun. Game's back on. Purdue is up by 11 points right now. Are you serious right now? Looks like Purdue's got a lot of their bench, and it looks like the only starter really in is Fletcher Lawyer. So maybe a chance for Iowa to make a run. Here's Chris Murray in the post. It's a good pass. Yeah, West Virginia is a tourney team at this point. West Virginia is a tournament team at this point. They just got to keep winning. 2-game road trip coming up between Texas and Baylor. It would be nice if they can get one of those. For sure. Kaufman ran in the post. Freshman backup center. And wow, that's a nice post hook. Am I streaming the Tennessee-Alabama game on Wednesday? That's a really good game. I might have to do a Wednesday stream. We might have to. That's probably, the best game in the SEC this year. For sure. As far as like the meaning of it, like the winner will benefit a lot from that game. So we might have to do that. Iowa within 9 now. They can get a buck right here. And they turn it over. Okay. I don't know, guys. I don't have much faith in Iowa winning this one, to be honest. I don't really have much faith in them. The refs are weird this year. Yeah, the refs are really bad. In my opinion, it's the worst part about college basketball has been the refereeing. And everything else is perfect. Like, I said this in my podcast that I posted earlier today. I don't think the NIL or the transfer portal, anything like that, hurts college basketball. Like, if anything, I feel like this year there's a lot of parity between the teams as far as who can win it. And I don't mind the transfer portal and stuff for college basketball. But the only thing I think that's hurting the sport is the refs. I think they ruin it because they don't allow teams to play physical, and the refs want to dictate the game themselves with calls, and I hate it. It's really bad in the Big 12, but it's really bad in every conference, really, too. Still a 10-point game. I was trying to stay in it, and Purdue just turned it over. So a chance for them to sneak back in here. Braden Smith's checking back in. Chris Murray's checking out, so that's not good for Iowa. That's a big dunk. Refs must be better in March Madness. They usually are. They usually allow teams to be a little bit more physical in March. Hopefully that's the case this year too. Hopefully that's the case. Yeah, you guys need Xavier Johnson back. That would be huge for Indiana. But you guys, TJD and the boys have been holding it down without him for a little bit. What are your thoughts on the game so far?
It's a blowout right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a blowout right now. They call too much on DeAndre Williams. Yeah, it seems like, they definitely favor the offensive teams, especially when driving against big men. They always seem to call the fouls. So it's crazy. Do I think that Texas is legit in March without Chris Beard? I don't think I trust Texas in March Madness, honestly. I think I expect them to get to the Sweet 16, but I don't know how much further I see them getting after that, I think they can get to the Sweet 16. I think they could possibly get to the Elite Eight, given the right matchups. But after that, I think they'll be facing high competition. I don't think. I don't trust in Texas. I don't trust in Texas. What Big 12 team do you guys think will go the furthest in March this year? I think it might be Baylor, honestly. Baylor's been playing really good as of late. Keontae George has become like their main guy there, like as a freshman, ahead of Adam Flagler, ahead of LJ Cryer. Like he is like their main guy. And I think Baylor could go far this year. I really do. I think I'm probably picking Baylor to go pretty far in my bracket, but it all depends on the matchups. Say Iowa State, that's interesting because, even though Iowa State can't win on the road, they're all going to be neutral site games, right? But they do have a really nice 4-guard lineup between Lipsey, Kalicher, Caleb Grill. Whenever he's hot, he is, he can shoot with the best of them. So yeah, I could definitely see them going far potentially. Kansas, another good one. The only thing I think about Kansas is the last six. I think it's the last 5 or 6 defending national champions. The year after they win the championship, they lose either first or second round. And that's happened the last 5 or 6 years. Happened last year. Baylor was the champion in 2021. 2022 last year, they lost second round. Who do you think your favorite is, and who would you pick if you had to make a bracket right now to win it all?
Purdue's definitely up there, but I don't trust them to go all the way. I think they're going to choke.
Yeah.
Houston might be my pick right now.
Houston is,
they
usually my pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Houston because they play like an NBA team.
Yeah.
All their players, are 3-and-D players. Like they can all shoot and they all play very scrappy defense. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I do think this could be Purdue's year, though. It could be their year. We've seen teams, recently be able to win their first ever national championship. Like Baylor a couple of years ago, that was their first ever national championship in program history for basketball. And before they won it last year, you could say Baylor, they never get over the hump. And same with Virginia in 2019. Virginia won their first championship, and before they won it there in 2019, the year before they lost to a 16 seed as a 1. So I think, I could see Purdue as possibly this being their year, I could see it. I could definitely see it happening this year. So I'm between 3 teams right now. It's between Purdue, Houston, and UConn. I'm still high on UConn, even though they're projected as like a 5 seed right now. I'm still high on UConn. I think they have such a good team, a solid team. And those are my 3 favorites right now to win it all. You really want to see Purdue lose to a 16 seed? I just don't.
Deep down, me too.
I mean, I would love to see a 16 seed upset a 1, but I just don't know what 16 seed is going to be able to have a guy who can guard Edey. Oh my, I was bringing in a big boy, number 23. Get some meat on Edey guarding him. Oh my, stepped out of bounds. Yep, we've seen a lot of 2 seeds lose in the first round, back-to-back years now. I think the best upset we're going to get this year is 14 over a 3. I think we've been getting spoiled with the 15 over 2s. I think we're going to see a 14 over a 3 this year, but that's the best we're going to get. I'm going to have my new updated bracket predictions. You guys love them. Last episode we had, it's almost at 2,000 views now. We'll have an updated bracket predictions out next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, that will be dropping as a video. Updated full bracket predictions. And we'll probably do it based on Joe Lenardi's bracketology again, because his are always the most accurate. But we are going to have my own personal bracketology coming out next week sometime too. I asked you guys whenever we were doing some bracket talks in one of my videos this week, if you guys wanted to see, my personal bracketology, and it had almost 15, 20 replies that all said yes. So you guys had told me you guys want to see my bracketology. I got you guys. That's coming out sometime next week as well. If Colgate is the 2 seed, you'll pick them to win. Woo. Or a 15 seed. I know what you meant. Yeah. Colgate, they've been to the tournament the past few years, the Toothpaste University, and they've been close to pulling off some upsets. Last year, I think they were a 14, and they almost beat Wisconsin, who was a 3 seed. They nearly pulled it off, but they couldn't. So wouldn't be a bad pick. I think it would depend on who they're facing. If they're facing Tennessee, I could see Tennessee being a 2 seed that gets upset. What if Edey forgets how to shoot? I mean, almost all of his shots come from inside the paint, so I don't know. If Oral Roberts is a 12 or 11 seed, you'll choose them to win. Yeah, I think given the right matchup, they'll definitely be able to pull off an upset this March. Oral Roberts, they're really nice, man. They're really nice this year. And it's not just Max Abemus. They have a really good shot blocker on their team this year too, and they're a really well-rounded team. Yo, what's up, Jared? How far do I think Indiana's going to get this year in the tournament? I'd say probably Sweet 16. Let me know, how far do you guys think Indiana will get this season? Let me know in the chat. I'd say Sweet 16. What do you think?
Sweet 16.
It's hard for me to trust Big Ten teams in the tournament because we've seen so many really good Big Ten teams that were high seeds just not be able to go far and get upset early on. So that worries me about Indiana. But I think them playing without Xavier Johnson has allowed Jalen Hood-Schifino to really flourish as the main ball handler. And when they get Xavier Johnson back, that's going to be a really good guard tandem that could help them, get a few wins in March, a few wins. What makes Arizona good beside Azuolas Tubelis? Well, Azuolas Tubelis is really good, but he's, by far from Arizona's whole team. Arizona has a really complete roster. Him and Ballo at the center make up a duo. That's the best front court in college basketball right there, is Tubelis and Ballo at power forward and center. And they have really good shooters around them. So Arizona is definitely way better than just Tubelis. Or Roberts winning the national championship? Probably. New Mexico fan, but you love Houston. Yeah, Houston looks really good right now, man. New Mexico just lost to someone the other day. Did they lose to Utah State, I think? Yeah, Arizona, one of the best at forcing turnovers, getting in the fast break. That's another team, like TCU does that really well. They love to play fast. Oh, they lost to Nevada. Yeah, they lost to Nevada twice. They got swept by Nevada this year, both home and away. You say Sweet 16, Elite 8 if you're in the Louisville region. I could see Indiana potentially getting to the Elite 8. I think that's their ceiling. I think that's the furthest I see them getting, depending on matchups. I think their floor is losing first round. So I think, it's not impossible. I've seen many really good Big Ten teams lose in the first round. A 2-seed Ohio State team, a 2-seed Iowa team lost in the second round, a 5-seed Iowa last year. Every year, Big Ten teams lose early that are really good. No, TCU is not carried by just Mike Miles. TCU is a very solid team. Very solid team. And they're another team like Arizona. Like I said, they get into the fast break and they go. And they're hard to stop. They got a lot of really good athletes on that team. They're really defensive too. I actually think that maybe Mike Miles could be another team where the injury might be a blessing in disguise, because Shahada Wells on TCU, their backup point guard, was hooping. He's been hooping since Mike Miles has been injured. And, that could go a long way if they have another type of guy who can handle the ball along with him and Ball and Mike Miles, of course. That's going to be huge. I could see TCU potentially going as far as Final Four. For sure. What's the score right now? Purdue is up 29-19, 10-point lead with 3.5 minutes left in the game. Appreciate you putting the score in the chat. Chris Murray for 3, no good. I don't think Purdue's ever going to close this gap, guys. I don't think Purdue's ever going to close this gap. Or I don't think Iowa is ever going to close this gap and come back in this one. Do you see any hope for a comeback in this one? I think every time Iowa gets a bucket, Purdue comes back with one. Yeah, Damian Ball is TCU's point guard. Mike Miles is their shooting guard. I think some people get confused with that just because Mike Miles is shorter, but just because he's shorter doesn't mean he can't be the shooting guard. But Shahada Wells has been stepping in and handling the ball really well for TCU in Mike Miles' absence, though. Shahada Wells could be a big piece, to that team stepping up. Fletcher Lawyer kicks. Oh, my. Purdue's playing really well today, guys. Oh, tonight. Oh, that's women's. I was going to say Stanford versus Arizona. I was like, wait, Stanford is 6th? I'm pretty sure they're terrible. But in women's.
They're always good in women's.
Yeah, Stanford is good in women's.
UConn, Baylor. They're always pretty good.
Yeah. Imagine if Stanford basketball and men's would rank 6, guys.
Crazy.
There we go. Oh, that's a nice feed. Caleb first for 3. That's a good shot. And Purdue's back up 15 now. Yeah, Arizona did slap up Indiana earlier this year. Arizona is nice, man. Airball by Iowa. The nerds become the jocks. Yeah, I mean, Stanford, a lot of smart people there, man. Can someone realistically catch Edie for Player of the Year? I don't think so. Here's the thing. Whenever you're giving out an award like Player of the Year, you think MVP, right? MVP stands for Most Valuable Player. Not only does he have the best stats in college basketball, but he is the most valuable to his team out of anyone in college basketball. If Purdue did not have Zach Edey, they would not be anywhere near the number 1 team in the country because they play through him. You see, even when they just got that really good look from 3 right there, if you guys are watching also the game also while watching the stream, you've seen who touched the ball before they started swinging it around the arc. Zach Edey touched the ball in the post, draws the double team, kicks it out, swing it around, open 3 every time. So even when they're shooting 3s, they play through Zach Edey all the time. He is undoubtedly the most valuable player in college sports, or college basketball, at least. Bum, bum, bum. Iowa, a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. I know that song, it actually says, like, I don't want a place to stay. But whenever I was, younger up until like not that long ago, I thought it said Iowa, a place to stay, not I don't want. So I still say it as Iowa. I always think about it when I'm watching their games. Fran McCaffrey. Guys, Fran McCaffrey, W or L coach? "16 seconds left till halftime. Purdue with the ball up by 15, and they're going to wind it down to about 3 seconds until they take this shot. And Braden Smith ISO, good move, drives, and gets it to fall. 3 seconds left till halftime, and Morton gets the steal, throws it up. No good, but Purdue's going to go into the half up 17. And, yeah. Francis mid, yeah. He is pretty mid of a coach. What if Purdue goes on a huge winning streak and doesn't win or you meant losing streak for the rest of the year? And is Edey still National Player of the Year? Maybe, probably not if they just don't win another game the whole year, but is that really realistic? How high do I think Zach Edey can go in the NBA draft? First round. I don't know, guys. Thing about the NBA, they don't value players like Zach Edey.
He do good overseas though.
Yeah, that's what I said in past streams. I think, if he wants to be the best player on a team and help lead his team to, national or championships in their league, I think maybe playing overseas would be better than him playing in the NBA, because in the NBA you have to shoot threes. It is, very rare for a player like Zach Edey to play really good in the NBA. You think of a guy that's really tall, and I will say that Zach Edey is more skilled than this player, but Taco Fall was a player that played for Central Florida in 2019, I want to say, or 2020, somewhere in there. Goes to the NBA, and he's in the G League. He was coming off the bench 5 minutes a game in the NBA. So I don't know how high he could go, but I don't think it's a lottery pick. Is Oscar Tshiebwe having a down year this year? No, not really. He's actually playing
pretty well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing good, but Kentucky isn't playing good.
Yeah.
He has no help. He should have stayed at West Virginia.
Yes.
And he would have had all the help he needs. He would be the best center in the Big 12. Oscar Tshiebwe would be the best center in the Big 12. 100%. Is he the best center in the SEC? Yeah. Off the top of my head, yeah. Unless I'm forgetting about someone. Yeah, Taco Fall is playing in China, averaging 19 points a game, QT says. That's what I'm saying. If Zach Edey played overseas, he'd probably be averaging similar numbers to what he is right now in college, which is, 23, 24 points and 13 rebounds a game. Yeah, Taco Fall versus Zion was a really fun matchup. That was in the second round. I actually remember where I was watching that, because for whatever reason I remember I was at Dairy Cream Corner watching it on my phone, and what's his name? Zion Williamson drives in, gets an and one for the tie. He has to make the free throw to tie it. misses the free throw. RJ Barrett gets the rebound, puts in the layup, and they go up by 1 instead of tying it with the free throw. It's a crazy ending to the game. It was a really good game. Really good game. What in your guys' opinion is the best March Madness game you guys have ever watched? The best March Madness game you guys have ever watched. Duke was overrated that year. I don't think so. They made the Elite Eight. I think they were just hyping them up because of Zion and RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish, which was, number 1, number 2, and number 3 recruits coming out of high school. And they all went to Duke together, which is why they were hyped up. UCLA versus Gonzaga was insane. Insane. That was a really good game. Yes, QT. North Carolina versus Villanova championship game. That has to probably be my pick. 2016 national championship. North Carolina hits the 3 for the tie with like 13 seconds. Villanova hits the 3 at the buzzer for the win. Villanova's first championship since the 80s and only their second championship ever once they did that. Yeah, if that UCLA Gonzaga game wasn't, during COVID, where there wasn't any crowd, that would have made it so much better. But it was still a really good game even without a crowd. Yeah, Auburn, Virginia was really good. Auburn, Virginia, also Purdue, Virginia that year in 2019. Virginia almost got beat a lot that year, the year they won the championship. They were in some really good games. Even Virginia, Texas Tech in the championship was a really good game. Bump time tonight. Marshall was winning at halftime 45-28. Let's go, Herd. Andy has 16 points. Andy Taylor. Everything tonight. Put my foot up here. Hey. How long before we see another 16 over a 1? It depends. If Tennessee is a 1 this year, then this year. No, but realistically, probably, I say we'll probably see one within the next 10 years. Within the next 10 years, we might get another one. But that was so crazy, like, when it happened. It was so crazy. Yeah, guys, there's really not many good games on right now. At 8 o'clock is UAB versus North Texas. It's all right. I mean, it's all right. Northwestern versus Ohio State, but Ohio State's terrible, guys. What happened to Ohio State this year? They are cheeks. It's because they picked up Sean McNeil.
That's what I was about to say.
I don't have hairy legs. Those are just freckles. You say a 16 over a 1 and a 15 over 2 this year? Man, I wish. I don't think so though. UMBC could hit their shots. Yeah. Oral Roberts versus St. Thomas tonight. St. Thomas is 16-10. TCU versus Arizona last year was a really good game. At least they'll get Bronny. Who's getting Bronny? Bronny's down to like his final 4 schools. Where do you guys think that Bronny's going to school next year? LeBron's son's going to be in college basketball next year. Ooh. You know ESPN's going to be on him.
They're going to ride him.
Yeah. Ohio State probably. Yeah, Ohio State's in his Final Four. His Final Four is Ohio State, UCLA. UCLA would make sense because, you know, LeBron plays for the Lakers, so you'd be staying in Los Angeles. Oregon is in his Final Four, and I forget which other team is in his Final Four. I think he'll probably go UCLA. It seems like it to me. He should go professional. He can't. You have to play at least 1 year in either the G League, overseas, or college. Dun, dun, dun. You think it was either Duke or North Carolina was his 4th? Probably. Yeah, there's a lot of really good, like, big name high school recruits going to be in college next year. Bronny, Mikey Williams is a big name out of high school. There's some really big names. Mikey Williams is going to Memphis, QT's team. Do you think Mike Cronin will give Bronny big minutes? Probably. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like LeBron's going to be like a helicopter dad and probably make sure his son gets minutes at wherever he goes. Just imagine like LeBron like as like a helicopter soccer dad. Like that's another water.
It's mine.
You want it? South Carolina versus Auburn in women's. LSU versus South Carolina in women's Sunday. That's kind of a bad day to have it on Super Bowl Sunday. Bryce is going to, I think Bryce is going to be better than Bronny. And usually the younger brother, you know, it always seems like they're, you know, the ones that are better. You look at, you know, the 3 Ball brothers, LaMelo is by far the best Ball brother in the NBA. But yeah, I think Bryce James is going to be really good. I think he's going to be better than Bronny. LeBron will have a full bag of goldfish and Capri Suns. Be bringing them into practice. It's funny. Did South Carolina get the number 1 recruit? They did get Gigi Jackson this year, but he was actually the number 1 recruit for the class coming in, like with Bronny, but he reclassified to this year, so he's actually playing for South Carolina right now. Because he was committed to North Carolina, but I think he just wasn't going to get the minutes on North Carolina's team this year, so he switched and reclassified and went to South Carolina. If that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about women's, I'm not sure who the top recruits were in women's. South Carolina probably did get the top recruit. Does UNC and Kentucky both miss the tournament this year? Probably not. I'd say they both probably get in. If I had to pick one of those two teams to miss, I think North Carolina misses it. The way they've been playing lately, they got a big game against Clemson. If they lose against Clemson this Saturday, North Carolina should not be in the tournament. If North Carolina loses to Clemson, they should not be in. They should not be in. Oh, yeah. I remember when South Carolina made the Final Four a few years ago. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, that region was crazy this year. There's always one region where it's just like full of upsets out of the four. There's always that one region. It's just full of them. Yeah, this year is going to be full of upsets. It does seem like there's, there's the top level teams. You're always going to have them, but it really does seem like there's not that many teams that just seem like they're unbeatable. So I do think we're going to see a lot of upsets this year. I get my blue light glasses on. What do you guys think of my glasses? W or L? I will say they kind of make me look like a librarian because my nose right here is too wide for this part, so they don't go all the way down. So it makes them look like they're, higher than what they're supposed to do. And makes me kind of look like a librarian. So I don't know, guys, W or L. There's another one of those accounts that somebody just keeps making. You can really tell when you see one of those bot accounts. You can really tell because they have the stupidest names.
Puppy monkey baby.
That's such like a bot name. Yeah, last year the Midwest was crazy. That was the region that had Iowa State and Miami coming. Both of them were in the Sweet 16. Yeah. Yeah, it does make me look like a kind of like a nerd, but they help, when I'm looking at screens a lot. Huh?
You're welcome. I got this for you.
Yeah. My nose is just a little bit too wide, or they would look a lot better. Like the bone part of my nose. What did you say to me? All right, second half is underway. Purdue still up by 15 points. 38-23. 38-23. Ethan Morton for three. Drilled it.
Help.
Yeah, they do help.
Yeah.
Chris Murray off the glass, and they get it to fall. If Iowa doesn't start to close the gap soon, we might end the stream early tonight because it's just not very interesting. There's not very many other interesting games going on tonight. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to see Zach Edey, body some of these boys up real quick. Ooh. Foul called. Yeah, Villanova was in the Final Four last year. Jay Wright retiring, he really is one of the best coaches of all time, in my opinion. I think, he's one of my favorites. So it's a big loss for Nova. It really is. Oh, big block. Oh, it just skipped ahead. There's another 3 by Purdue, and they're up by 19 now. They're up by 19. Yeah, I think a lot of people in the Final Four last year, they were kind of turned off by it because it was all blue blood schools, and it's just not exciting for a lot of people. I still thought it was really a really good Final Four last season, but I think this year, I said it last stream. I think this year is going to be, I don't know if we'll get any blue bloods in the Final Four. It might be all new teams like Purdue, Houston, Virginia, Alabama. All the top teams, seem like they're not blue bloods. I don't see, Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky. The only 2 blue bloods that, well, I guess if you consider UConn a blue blood, I could see them. UConn, UCLA, Kansas are the only 3 blue bloods I could see, getting any type of far as Final Four potential. Scared of Kentucky. They could be good as a lower seed. They could. It just seems like, they don't play together that much. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Bryce? Braden Smith with another bucket, and Purdue's up by 21. We're probably going to end the stream early tonight because this game is just kind of a blowout. I don't see Iowa coming back today in this one. So if you guys have any other questions to drop in the chat real quick, then let me know. Florida State is a dumpster fire. Yeah, Florida State's bad. Man. They're ready for football season. Texas and Oklahoma are going to leave after the 2023-2024 season. Deal was finalized. All right, we knew they were leaving, so now we have an official date that they're going to be gone. So next year will be Oklahoma and Texas last year in the Big 12. The Big 12 is starting to turn into a basketball school, really, in my opinion. And the SEC, getting the Big 12's top football brands, really. Yo, what's up, Sermon? What's that smell? Your ass. The basketball, football guy, my man. Dogs or cats? I like both. I'm a dogs and cats kind of guy. Yeah, we're going to get out of here early today, man. We've been streaming for, over an hour already, and this game's just not really that entertaining today because Purdue's blowing them out, man. But we'll be live a lot next week a lot. We'll be live Super Tuesday. Alabama, Tennessee is Wednesday, so we might be live during that one. So, yeah. Yo, what's up, Gavin? How you doing, my man? You'll be at the Grizzlies game tomorrow. That's what's up. Yo, Gavin, you didn't miss much. We're just watching Purdue, Iowa. Not the best of games. Purdue's up by 15 right now. And here's Fletcher Lawyer. Missed a 3, but they get the rebound. And Zach Edey's being triple teamed, and Purdue just has wide open threes all day. Braden Smith knocks down another one, man. I should stream on Sunday. I'm going to be at a Super Bowl get together on Sunday, so I'm not going to be able to be streaming during the Super Bowl or anything like that. But next week we'll have a lot of really good streams next week. But yeah, we'll watch. We'll go ahead and hop off of the stream. I appreciate you guys hanging out for a little bit. We streamed for over an hour, and we'll be streaming a lot more next week. There'll be a lot of really good games next week. So I appreciate you all coming by, and I'll see you guys in the next one.